with all this stuff going off. It wasn't really, I don't think we were really concerned for our own sort of immediate safety or anything like that. It was really, we gave it a lot of thought, and it was something that we didn't do light-heartedly, but in the end we came to the decision that we couldn't do it. And half of our crew as well that were really against going there as well, so we had to sort of take all that into consideration. So it seems really fit in it. I mean, but when we even talked about doing the tour, we talked about beginning in Israel.
There are obviously, key territories for us where we do extremely well, and there are lots of places that we enjoy playing as well. Sometimes they're I mean, we do really well in Germany. We do really well in the old Eastern Bloc countries, in particular. We generally do well in Europe.
Europe's been really great to us for many years. I mean, there's France and Germany and a lot of Scandinavia, a huge part of Eastern Europe, which most of it is not Eastern Europe anymore, but Russia and Spain, Italy's always fantastic. We're going to all those places and many more, and also North America and Canada and down to South America, where we went to again we hadn't been down there for a long time, but we went on the last tour and it was hugely successful, and we're going back there this next year. And and we'll see what happens after that. Hopefully we'll be able to return again to Europe and do more of America as well.
We've often tried to analyse why we do so well in Germany and the old Eastern Bloc countries, and we haven't really got a definitive answer on that. We're not sure if our music's, dark and that's what they like, or, is it the fact that we went to the old Eastern Bloc countries before the fall of communism, when a lot of bands didn't do that, and that made an impact over there. But, we were huge, and we still are quite huge in Russia. And we never went to Russia before the fall of communism. We sort of went all around the peripheries of it, but, maybe, news got to Russia that we were playing Poland and, the Czech Republic and East Germany and, Hungary and all those places.
Well, we're starting a tour in Israel, which will be for the first time, but we were supposed to play there on the last tour, but there was a war going on between Lebanon, the guerrillas, and Israel, so we had to cancel the concert. So we decided this tour we'd play Israel first. And most of the cities we played before, and there's just a couple of new ones. Belgrade, I think, we're playing for the first time. I think we enjoy, playing everywhere, really. We're very lucky that our crowd is quite universal, and, tends to be pretty much the same, all over,
I think that we're starting with stadiums this time just because, I suppose, we feel we can. We've done very well in Europe over the last few tours, and the last one was particularly successful, and all the promoters are telling us this is what you have to do next, and it's something we've never done, so it's a challenge for us. So it just makes sense for us to be doing that at this stage of our career. For me, there's not really much of a difference once you get beyond a certain number of people at a concert. Maybe that sounds a bit, blasé, a bit crass, but you can only see beyond a certain point. And in some ways it gets less scary the bigger it goes, because you feel kind of like inconsequential almost. When we play warm-up shows, when we played at the Roxy, and there's like 300 people, and there are people there looking at on top of you, watching you play a keyboard or watching you play the guitar, and studying your hands. That's far scarier.
Our fans show up for us, and the rest of it, you can't really, you never know. You never know what's going to happen. I think we're making a record that is the best record that we've made in a long time. And of course, everybody says that, and it sounds totally sort of, cliched to say it. But I've enjoyed making this record with the guys, and I think we've had fun doing it. And you can't really ask for more at this stage. We've had a hugely successful career up until this point, and there's not really much more you can ask for. I think that people will be pleasantly surprised.
With the success of the record, I don't know what we're expecting really, because it's it's really hard to gauge what it means in this marketplace. Even if the record sold half what the last one did, maybe that's good. Who knows?
Media reaction's important, and for our egos, and sales reaction is good as well. You obviously want to be want to be seen as have recorded something that's decent and good, and you want it to do well. But we don't have any ambitions, to go in the stratosphere, regarding our popularity. We're quite comfortable with how popular we are at the moment. Yeah.
I think that this record is different to all of our other records, and maybe they're all slightly different. I think some maybe have a bit more of a kind of a twin feel or something, but not really. I think they all have an identity, and I think that this one just fits in the kind of the history, really. I mean, it seems to fit neatly in with the history of the rest of the stuff that we've done.
You can't really tell that until a few years after, and we were so immersed in all this at the moment. All we know is that the songs are really good, and I think the sounds are really good. So we're hoping it's going to sort of stand up to the albums of the past.
It's my job, and it's it's a really good one. Again, it sounds really cliche to say, but this is who knew? Like almost 30 years down the line, that still have the opportunity to sort of make the kind of music that you want to make.
I'm very happy being in Depeche. I've said a lot that we're getting on very well. The atmosphere is always good these days. There aren't many days when we've got a meeting and you come in dreading it, or there's like real contentious issues going on between the band members. It's a joy to be part of the whole thing, and I think that we're making a great album, and I think that we've already ticket sales seem to be doing amazingly well. So everything's looking positive for us.
To be in Depeche Mode, right now is really good, because the vibes between the band's really good, and we feel we're making a good record, and it's good. It's a good time. Yeah.
Martin Gore.
Hiya.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.